Hi folks, hope you're all doing good. Okay, this video is going to be a little bit different to any previous video I did because I'm responding to a comment which I got on my last video here, and I don't think I've ever done a video that's just a response to a comment. I tend to take ages to write things, so it's actually quicker for me to do a video and hopefully more fun for everyone else too. So let me crack on. This is on the subject of consciousness. So, Eushef, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Thank you very much for your comment. I will read out your comment in sections and a bit at a time and respond as I go. You say, "Hi Farron, look, rather than criticizing your view, I'll express mine first. I appreciate that. Yeah, I was trying to get a discussion going where you talk about your view. That certainly is helpful. There are two cornerstones to your view, you say. One, the hard problem, consciousness is not reducible to matter. It does not weakly emerge from matter. And the second cornerstone is consciousness has effect in nature. We're sure of this because we talk about it. Yeah, I totally with you on this. These are two pretty close, pretty important cornerstones. A third one I might add is that the physical world physical objects seem to be and systems seem to be keeping track of themselves unconsciously. I think that's really important. Like, for example, if you leave a box of papers under your bed for 10 years, as I did recently, and then try to look through them, you'll find that they've kept track of what was going on then much better than your conscious memory, and you have to like relearn stuff. So it really seems like evidence that unconscious there are unconscious structures and keeping track of things, as I say. So, but yeah, those cornerstones are really important, the ones you mentioned too. And you say, okay, now I'm oscillating between two views, monistic idealism and dualism stroke pluralism. So, yeah, I've been oscillating around myself, so I can understand where you're coming from. It sounds like the sort of oscillating between views I've been doing. At first glance, you say the former, which is the monistic idealism, is better because it has no fundamental problem, while the latter, the dualism, has the so-called interaction problem. My problem with your view in regards to dualism is that I cannot conceive dualism with no God. I assume you want to leave God out of this. Yeah, basically, responding to that, I don't think God's really going to help. I think I can postulate some extra laws of the universe and kind of weird ad hoc things without. I don't think God's going to help. I think that's going to be an extra weird miracle to add to it. I think when you're thinking of the actual basic laws of the universe, if you're a physicist or not, they kind of are miracles in a sense. The Big Bang's a miracle, gravity's a miracle, if you like. It's not explained, or some of these things might not be explained by any further sort of cause. So you're kind of dealing with miracles. So I'm really not. I don't think God really helps with this kind of thing. So anyway, you say, let me explain what I think this will be. Why I think this would be a problem. So you're talking about problems with my view. So let's call it a non-spiritual dualism. Yeah, we can call my view that if you want. You say matter will be fundamental under my view, and it would give rise to consciousness through strong emergence, because weak emergence faces the hard problem. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we can call my thing strong emergence or some sort of cause where the consciousness is caused, but it's not. The consciousness is not merely a bunch of atoms. You can't. Doesn't follow, which is I think what weak emergence means. I did look this up actually. I didn't know what that meant exactly. So, moreover, you say you need an extra set of laws because they need to interact. Three problems here. Miracle one, strong emergence is the definition of magic. You put something in a magic hat and take out more than you put in. Secondly, parsimony. You have to evoke another set of laws, which is, I guess, messy. Yeah. And thirdly, why would they interact even interact in the first place? So yeah, I accept that my thing isn't massively parsimonious, but I think that in order to explain the actual physical world, which I think seems to be keeping track of itself unconsciously, and explain the consciousness, which is a completely different thing to a physical thing, I think you need a couple of extra moving parts to reality. So I think I'm being parsimonious. I'm being as I think I'm being as simple as I can with these rules, but I think we can't just reduce things to one, to this monism. That's my current view anyway. And you say, as you just said, it's a definition magic. But I think earlier, as I was saying, that it's all magic, if you like, at this kind of level. So, but your last point, I don't quite agree with. Why would they even interact in the first place? Or, I mean, that's just, I don't know why they're interacting, but yeah, if you're saying the brain causing consciousness, I don't know, there are this linked phenomenon, and yeah, I don't know why that's come about. Maybe it's just a brute fact again. How can you have new laws from nothing? I don't know quite what you mean by that. These are laws that I'm supposing have always been around, and they're just like any other laws. They're with us. Okay, and you carry on. And why does the only strong emergent process, happen exactly with consciousness? The only spiritual thing. I don't know, really. I mean, yeah, the other things aren't. I don't know. It's just, for some reason, consciousness is caused by like intelligent systems. I don't know. I don't know if there's a why I can answer beyond that. I don't think it's any kind of coincidence. I mean, I think it's like consciousness is this weird thing, intelligent systems is this weird thing, and they one cause the other, whereas non-intelligent things don't cause this consciousness, or if they do, it's maybe some really limited consciousness. But if there's a God behind it, you say you shouldn't worry about all these miracles. Okay, I think I answered that earlier on. Now back to idealism, you say. Fantastic view, almost flawless. You got this thing in the universe, like these things in the universe, like stars, which are not conscious themselves, but are conscious processes in the conscious universe, in the conscious universe. Then you have us, dissociated conscious beings, inside the great mind. No hard problem, no interaction problem, no combination problem, no moral issues for the problem of evil. But my problem with idealism and monism in general is the following. You need to reduce everything to one thing. No, but thoughts, matter, laws of nature, maybe even abstractions, are all elements of the conscious. So how do they arise? If you reduce, for instance, everything to pure awareness, like Rupert Spira does, how can this pure awareness think? How can pure consciousness have excitations, as Bernardo suggests, if there's no energy to produce them? Reducing everything to one thing raises the problem of how other things appear, even if they are part of that thing. That's where you end your comment. So, the problem of evil, which I don't really see as a problem because I don't think we need a god, and so on. All the rest of it, yeah, I don't really share this problem with monism. My problem with monism is that these physical objects seem to me to be keeping track of themselves pretty well, so without, as far as I know, there being anything conscious of them. So, but yeah, I think this is pretty deep philosophical thing you've raised there, but I don't quite understand it. Why you're worried? Like, if there is consciousness, why isn't there more? Why isn't there a lot of content and stuff? I don't see a problem with that. With the view, with a monistic view, it could. yeah, what did you say? Need to reduce everything to one thing. Yeah, it's one type of thing. The universe is one type of thing under monism, but it doesn't mean there isn't lots of different content of that thing. Anyway, Eushef, I think I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for your comment, and all the best.